Hey everybody, welcome back to my second video. I've made some updates to this, to my Yieldmax and Defiance funds worksheet. I've actually made a huge update to it, so I wanted to just make another video and show off this update. So real quick, I'll just recap. As you know, this worksheet is specifically geared towards people like myself who are looking to retire and want to spend the dividends or most of the dividends and not worry about your account dropping to zero. That's the whole idea behind this tool. That's the goal. It's completely free. Again, down in the description, I'll have a link where you can download this for free and hopefully use it to benefit yourself. So anyway, a quick recap. I'll try not to talk so long because I know my videos are probably pretty boring. On the left here is the list of ETFs. These are all Yieldmax and Defiance. Right now, there's just the 3 Defiance, but I do think they have a 4th one, TRES, out, which I did buy a little bit of. Eventually, I'll add that into the sheet, but for now, that's it. Over here is the yield. I wanted to explain real quick where I come up with this yield, okay? This yield is not... If you go to the Yieldmax or Defiance website, you're going to see a different number. The way I'm calculating this is the average of each month averaged out over the last year, okay? Right here is the current price. The current price here, I'm updating I think the last update I did with these was on Friday. I literally just looked at the price of each one and put it in. Okay, as you know then, I have this performance score here. And the way I do my performance score, this is my own system. Feel free to change it to whatever works for you. The way I do it, if I have a 1, okay, if the fund price started at $20 a share, right, which most of these all do, they start around 20. If today the fund is still at least 1950 or above, it gets a score of 1, because that's what you want, right? You want the funds that are keeping their value. If it's fallen, if the price of the fund, like APLY, Apple, has fallen below 1950, but it's above 18, then I'm giving it a score of 2. And then anything below 18 gets a score of 3. Okay. Now, same for the dividend. Above 40% gets a score of 1. If it's between 30 and 40%, I give it a 2. And anything below 30% gets a 3. Average yearly dividend, this is just based on the average yield over here. And same with this. So this is nothing real accurate. This is just to give you a very general idea. Let's go ahead and start, okay? So if you're using this sheet, I've added in a smart system that we'll call it Divvester AI. It's not really AI, it's just a smart system that I put in that will kind of do all the calculating for you. It'll look at all, and guys, this took a lot of programming, so I hope you guys, I do hope you get some value from this. And again, this is my own system. Maybe you'll find this works for you, maybe you won't, I don't know. But I am using numbers, I'm using math, I'm actually putting some logic behind how we do this, because I believe that is the best way to invest in these. Okay, so the way this works is, if you've done nothing on this sheet, then you can skip step 1. So let's go straight to step 2. Let's say we have 100,000 to invest. Okay, I'm going to type 100,000 in there. Okay, step 3, I'm going to rebalance that, and it's going to even it out between all the funds. Okay, step 4, this is the new system I put in, okay? You can tell it if you are more income focused or more performance focused. You can only put in a number from 1 to 3. 1 meaning you want more income, 3 meaning you care less about performance, okay? So after you do that, you come here to step 5. Go Smart Divvester AI. Here's where the magic happens. It analyzes the performance of all the funds, of all the data that we have in the past. And this is analyzing the real data, okay? So it does this, and it does a calculation, and it scores all of them. It gives a balance score, and it gives a dividend score. The balance score is basically just what it says, what your balance would have been at the start to what your balance is today. Is it up? Is it down? You can see so far the best one is NVIDIA, scoring number one. Now, when I hit analyze scores, what it's going to do is it's going to analyze both of these together, and it's going to give an average, and it's going to give ultimately its rating based on everything together. Okay, so let's analyze our scores. Okay, so now you see what it did is it gave a number, it gave a score to all of these, and then it averaged it out to see who's the best. Whoever the best ones are, it's giving these dark green ratings to. See up here? Best, better, so-so, and worst, okay? After we have our rating here, and we've put in our number here, we can have the smart system auto average this for us and tell us what it thinks is the best way to invest to keep, well, to essentially keep your goals, which are these here. So let's do this. Okay. And then I give you a little disclaimer, okay? This is not investment advice, okay, guys? Do this at your own risk. This is all on you. You know, you can choose to follow this or not. It's just meant to be a tool. It is not meant to tell you how you should invest in these. Okay, so based on that, it's telling us, you know, it's using these ratings to weight what you should put into each one of these. All right. Now, if we come over here to our Yieldmax dividend returns sheet, okay, we can see what we would get. Now, I have 2 months of data in here because the reason I show these 2 months is because this is the first time we have full data for everything, including, oops, not that one. This one here even has Ymax and Ymag. It's telling you that based on this weight, you can expect, and this is real data. This is what you would have actually made last month and this month, right? Last month you would have made a little over on $100,000. You would have made over a little over $5,200 in dividends. This month would have been a little over $4,100 in dividends. Okay. And again, to explain how this sheet works, okay, this is looking at it like you had $100,000, okay, and you invested a little bit at a time as these funds became available. In the beginning, you only invested, $1,200. Then when these ones came available, you invested a little more. When these ones came available, you invested a little more, all the way up until you had $100,000 invested, okay? But this is using real data, okay? So this is not just, this sheet really is not speculative so much. But you can see what you would have made, and then this can help you decide kind of in the future what you, what you think you can, the kind of performance you can expect. Now, if you wanted to, you like the way the way my system auto balance this, but you want to tweak it a little bit. Here's what you need to do. You need to reset the colors, okay? It's using the yellow to know what's been changed versus what's not changed, okay? Now you're going to need to go through and change most of them. Okay, we're going to change. Let's say we wanted to make NVIDIA an 8. We want this to be 6. We want to up that to an 8. Now, Google, I want to point this one out. I always personally make Google a 0, and let me show you guys why. Google and ExxonMobil. I don't invest in. These are the two Yieldmax funds I don't invest in. And let me see. Did I put it up here? Yes, I did. Let me show you guys. I just want to show you guys why I personally don't invest in Google. Look at this fund's performance since it's been out. Look at what Google has done. The Yieldmax Google has done. Okay. Since September, it's just been down, 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 down. Right? Now let me show you Google. Let's look at the stock. It's based on Google's stock, okay? Look at Google's stock though. Since September, it's been up, 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 up. And yet the fund, the ETF, the Yieldmax ETF based on Google is down, 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 down. Look, guys, my point is some of these funds, some of the stocks that these funds are based on, they just are not compatible with the Yieldmax strategy. And when you use this data, you start to see which ones are compatible and which ones are not. I truly think Google's a bad one. I think XOMO is a bad one. I think I still put a little bit personally into Tesla, but I think it's a bad one. I think Tesla's going to zero, and as you guys know, it is doing a reverse stock split now. So anyway, that's just my personal opinion. I just wanted to point that out. Anyway, so let's finish adjusting these. Let's say I want to make that a 6. Let's say I wanted to put that one down a little to a 5. I like Microsoft, make it a 6. AMD, I want to shoot that up a little to an 8. Let's say these ones I'm not as confident in. Let's make it a 5. Jeppy, let's make this in 6. Let's make that a 6. Actually, I'm going to make that a 5 and a 5. Yeah. Okay, so now I've readjusted. I like the system. The system gave me a good starting point, right? This auto change weight gave me a good starting point. Now I've adjusted on my own by resetting the colors and then doing this. Now I'm going to rebalance. And boom, it's going to rebalance everything for me here. Okay. And now I'm going to go back and I'm going to look here and I'm going to go back and look at my performance over here. Things didn't change a lot, but the point of showing you that is that you can use the system to give you a starting point and then come and adjust it yourself as you see fit. Okay. So anyway, that's it, guys. I hope you guys like this update to my sheet. Go ahead and feel free to download it if you haven't already, this new update. And yeah, I hope it works for you. Feel free to leave me some comments. Let me know, I don't know, if you have any features you'd like to see me add to it. Hey, feel free to put a comment down below, and I'll consider putting something in there. So anyway, hey, thanks for watching. Good luck.